This morning I'm at Farmington Gardens with MJ, and MJ, you have a lovely selection of plants to talk about, but they're in a certain category.
They are. So today we've got tried and true perennials, and perennials are wonderful in your garden. Sun garden, in your shade garden, they can be planted almost anywhere. Perennials, kind of the definition of a true perennial is something that will come back in your garden year after year.
Okay.
So it might disappear in the wintertime, but the next following spring it will come up bigger and better than ever.
Yeah. And so the first year I put these in, they're just going to explode, right?
Not quite.
Oh, okay.
So what's going to happen the first year? You will most likely see a little bit of growth on them. Already some of them you can see are flowering.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
But then the next year you'll see a little bit more and a little bit more, and oftentimes they get to a point where you can start dividing them.
Fun.
Sharing them with your friends and, you know, putting them in other places in your garden.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, let's just talk about this one first, and where do these go in the garden?
So these are some of my favorite shade perennials. So these would go in a fairly shady location, starting with the Hosta,
Beautiful.
which is great. It adds so much color and just that lush look to your shade garden. We've also got some ferns, which, you know, oftentimes you'll even find ferns that are evergreen.
Ah, that's nice.
So they'll stay around.
So many textures of ferns too, really. You
There
can have
are,
just a
yeah.
fern garden would be
Yeah,
gorgeous.
they do, and they complement so well. The heucheras, which these are beautiful. They offer, like the hostas, a lot of different colors in your garden. And though they're not flowering right now, you'll often see a tall spike with little clusters of pink or white flowers at the tops.
And sometimes they're evergreen too, which is nice.
They are,
For winter
especially with
interest.
mild winters, like the one we just had, is they'll stay evergreen.
Yeah, nice.
Uh-huh.
And what's this on the end?
So this right here is a fuchsia. Most people will think of fuchsias as an annual. You'll see them in hanging baskets, but this one is a hardy fuchsia, and these also I've seen them be kind of semi-evergreen, but they can get probably 3 to 4 feet tall, if not bigger.
Oh, like a shrub, wow.
Yeah, just like a shrub, and will attract lots of hummingbirds.
Nice,
Beautiful,
nice.
beautiful.
And these are so pretty.
These are great. These are one of my favorites. This is in a stilby, and you can see it's got, this particular one has really nice red stems, really tall, fluffy little flowers. They will come in the white that you see here, the pink, reds, cream colors, even, you know, the peach tones, really, really pretty.
And they're pretty even without their flowers. It has that ferny foliage that has a nice texture.
Exactly, yeah. Again, it just adds that lush look to a nice garden.
And even grasses for shade.
The grasses are beautiful. This is great. And you can see how the other colors just really complement each other. With that lime green almost, just the pinks and other colors will pop right off of it.
This little combination would be great in any garden. I mean, that's
It would,
really
yeah.
ready to go.
Uh-huh.
And then we have a sun garden here.
Okay, so lots of options for the sun garden. We've got the lavender. I'll start
Wow.
up front. Lavender certainly is a perennial, and it is an evergreen perennial. Great herb, perennial herb.
Beautiful.
It's definitely going to attract all the bees. We've got the yarrow here, which isn't flowering yet, but that's going to be a great one.
Almost.
The mallow, this can get quite big, filled with big, beautiful pink flowers. Sometimes you'll find white flowers, really, really nice, up to 4 or 5 feet tall on some of these varieties.
Oh, so maybe back of the border then.
Yes, yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
And iris.
The irises. One of my favorites, again, I have a lot of favorites. This is really nice with the variegated foliage. I don't know if we can see that.
Beautiful.
Some creams and yellows. Though it doesn't flower all season, you'll get the foliage really offers a lot of texture and color. And this particular one smells like grape.
Ah, that's
which
great.
is great.
And a daisy here. It's a pink daisy.
So this is an aster.
Oh, okay.
A perennial aster. And it's just one of those that, you know, can just offer a lot of just solid color throughout the whole summer.
Nice.
Really, really nice.
Daisies are always so pretty in a summer garden.
Uh-huh, yeah. I'll move on to the Dianthus here, the little carnations. Lots of different colors for these, lots of pinks and some reds and whites. These are beautiful, fragrant. Most are going to be pretty low growing. You'll want to put them up front in your kind of the border area.
And a nice cut flower too.
Beautiful cut, they hold their shape in a arrangement for a long, long time.
Nice. And we have another one that's not quite blooming, so maybe a little bit later in the summer.
A little bit later, about midsummer, mid to late summer into fall. This is a black-eyed Susan, or Rudbeckia. Big yellow flowers with a dark center, really nice, has that real true fall color.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then this delphinium, wow.
The delphinium, really nice. These are definitely going to go in the back border. Some of these will get up to maybe 4 feet tall.
Wow.
Yeah, there are some new varieties that stay a little shorter, but these are really the ones that have been around forever.
Really statuesque.
Yeah.
And what about this blue one here?
So this is a salvia. This is a black and blue salvia. Salvias, again, like most of these other plants, come in a lot of different colors. This one, I think, is just a really beautiful, offers
Look at that
lots
blue.
of foliage, dark blue, and that stem just really stands out.
You know, we could talk all day about perennials. It's our favorites.
Yeah.
And you can come on out here to Farmington Gardens and see their whole selection. You know, we're here in front of this backdrop that's even more beautiful with perennials in the foreground. MJ, thanks so much for all the selection
You're
today.
welcome. Thanks for coming out.